I'm trying to adjust my lights so I don't have too much of a shadow going on because I know that's kind of distracting. But today's video is going to be for the Too Faced, what is this exactly called? The 20-year anniversary palette, I guess? Hold on. It came with a little booklet that has some eye looks in it. Oh, the Then and Now eyeshadow palette, that's what it's called. So as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to get it. A lot of the times, Too Faced eyeshadow palettes are like hit or miss for me. Like especially the holiday ones, they're always like way lower quality than what their normal ones are. But for instance, I love the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I have that one, and then the Sweet Peach palette, the original one that came out. And then I have like the Nikki Tutorials palette, which I don't really use all that much. That one's, the quality is not like the same as the other ones. I don't have too many Too Faced palettes, but the reason I wanted to get this one so badly, and let me just start this by saying this is giant. I had no idea it was going to be this big. It came and I opened the box. I ordered this one from Sephora and I was like, oh my god, that's huge. This is bigger than the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. And I'm going to show you that for comparison. It's the same exact length, but it's like half an inch wider. So if you know how big this was and everybody was like, oh my god, this thing is giant, this one's even bigger. I did not expect it to be that large when I opened it. So you are getting a lot of shadows in here and a lot for your money. I promise I have pants on. I just have like really short shorts because it's super hot on. So super hot out. If you see my legs, I have pants on. So the packaging itself is super pretty. It's just like pink and glittery and right up my alley because I love pink and anything glittery. And there's a nice mirror inside. It just says, celebrating 20 years of being fabulous. It has their original little logo, which was the two eyeballs. Now this one, why I wanted to get this was they have this top row is circa 1998 when they first started. This was the original lineup of eyeshadows that they had. It says right here, the original 10. And I have fond memories of Too Faced because this Trixie Color and Ice Queen were the first, like, more expensive eyeshadows that I ever owned. I remember there was we're gonna go back down memory lane for a little bit here. There was a department store, I'm not sure if they were everywhere, but it was called Cherry and Webb, and it was kind of like a smaller version of Macy's, so they had like cosmetic counters and everything. And Too Faced had just come out, had never heard of it before, and my mom and I had gone in there and she ended up getting me those two eyeshadows, the Trixie and Ice Queen one. And because they were just starting, they had this promotion, they gave us free t-shirts and stuff. I wish I had kept that t-shirt. I don't know what happened to it. But I actually still have those two eyeshadows. This was the original packaging, and that's actually the logo that was on the t-shirts that we got too. These are so, so old. This one's broken, the little plastic popped out of it there, but like I'm gonna show you. This is part of them being really old and partly because these ones that they remade have a better formula now, but they're like super dry and chalky, but I used the crap out of these in high school. These two colors were like my jam. So you can see there's not much pigmentation, but then again they're super old, so I mean they were very super glittery. These two are not as glittery as these old ones were, but I just thought it would be fun to show you those two old ones because they were very like sentimental to me. And when I saw that they were doing this birthday anniversary collection, I really wanted to get this palette just to have these colors again, but like so that I can use them because they're not 20 years old. That makes me feel so old saying that. Oh my god. Okay, so those are those awesome little old ass eyeshadows that I still have. I couldn't, like, whenever I clean my makeup and everything, I can never get rid of those. I just can't bring myself to throw them away because they're sentimental to me. So we're gonna go across the top and swatch the original 1998 eyeshadows. I had this one too, the Ooh and Ah one. I don't think I have that one anymore. I never kept that one, but that one I got way later. So like they had this lineup of eyeshadows for a while. So Twinkie, and there's a lot of shadows in here. 20 eyeshadows in here. 22 if you count the fact that those two are split pans, but the ones on top are circles. I will just swatch them quickly because there's so many to go through. They're all pretty good quality and everything, so I had like no complaints swatching these through the first time. Twinkie is like a warm metallic gold, not really super metallic, but... And then Pixie Dust, I wore this one today. It's kind of like a pale, more of a cool tone gold, and it has some silver sparkle in it. And then Dirtbag is a shimmery brown, kind of like a chocolate brown. Then we have Rizzo. Oh, that one's very soft and a little bit crumbly. That one's like a golden brown. Sorry, my camera does not want to focus now. It's trying to focus on the glitter. So that is the first four. We have Zha Zha. This is a really pretty like purpley pink, and it has a little bit of silver sparkle in it. Well, not a little bit, it's a ton of silver sparkle, but it's not like the chunky sparkle that's gonna fall out all over your face. Temper Temper is a reddish berry color. Again, not exactly super metallic. I would say that's more of a shimmer. Then we have Trixie, which is that original one that I had. Much better formula. It's kind of a satiny light purple with little bits of sparkle in it. And then Villain, I wore this one yesterday and it's gorgeous, but it does tend to have a lot of fallout, so you just have to be careful when you're using it. This is a dark purple that has like a blue duochrome to it with blue sparkle. So pretty. I don't even remember seeing that color when I first saw Too Faced eyeshadows, or I probably would have gotten that one. Alright, and then we have the last three here. So Ice Queen is the other old one that I had, and that is a metallic light blue with silver sparkles in it. So again, a much better formula than the original one. They've definitely improved over the years, but I don't remember it being that bad when I first started using it constantly. So like I said, I think it's just the fact that it's 20 years old, so when I try to swatch it, it's all chalky. Then we have Ooh and Ah, which is a matte black and a super metallic silver. Wait, is this matte black or is this black with silver sparkles in it? I think this kind of has silver sparkles in it, but they're not really transferring that well. And then the silver, and now my phone is ringing. Okay, sorry about that. So, I remember this silver swatching better when I had the single. I guess it's a little bit, you just have to do 2 coats of it there. But that duo was like my go-to smoky eye. Like, the silver was always super aluminum foil metallic, and then the black was always nice and dark black. So those are the last 3 on the top row for the original shadows. And then we go down here to the circa 2018 ones. There's a lot of chunky glitter in these ones. Hold on. Let me do this and then it won't constantly try to focus on the glittery palette here. The shadows drive me nuts. The palette itself is so reflective that like trying to take pictures of this for my blog was impossible. Alright, so the first one is Glitter Donut. That is another gold with like chunky, well it's more of a copper with chunky glitter in it. Swatches really nicely though. I used that one on my lid yesterday and I really liked it. It wasn't, despite the fact that there's chunky glitter in it, it didn't have a lot of fallout. Lost Boys is this gorgeous green. It's like a turquoisey green. And again, little bits of green glitter in there. That one's not as chunky, that's more of a micro glitter. And then NSFW, which I assume stands for Not Safe for Work. This is a kind of like a taupey brown. Lots of glitter in that one as well. That one's got like silver glitter in it. And then Gretchen, which is a really nice transition shade. This is just like a, I don't want to say peach. I guess it is a peach. It's hard to see on my skin, but it's a nice, there we go. Nice transition shade. We have Reality Star. This is a kind of a bright pink with pink glitter in it. That one's a little bit chunky. And then I Can't Even. I used this one yesterday as well. It's a nice matte, really dark berry color. The mattes in this palette are really, really nice. Sometimes I have issues with Too Faced matte shadows, but these are all really nice. This one I used today. I used this in my crease. It is a matte mauve color, or mauve, however you like to say it. This one's called GG. I didn't say the name of it, but that is GG. And then Shady Bitch. This is another really pretty one. It's very soft. It's a dark purple with like pink and purple and orangey sparkles in it. So pretty. That's probably my favorite shade in the palette. Hopefully you can see all the different colors. It's just like a rainbow of sparkles in that purple base. Alright, and then for these last three here, we have Chill Out, which is like the blue version of Shady Bitch. This is just a nice violet blue with, it's kind of got like purple and light blue sparkles in it, if you can see. And then Ooh La La, which is a black, super dark black. Like Too Faced does really good black eyeshadows. That's just one swipe. That's crazy. So this one doesn't have any sparkle in it. It's more of a satin finish. And this one is this gorgeous champagne. Just like a sparkly champagne color. So those are all the swatches for the Too Faced Now and Then, or I keep forgetting the name of it. Then and Now eyeshadow palette. That is the name of it. I'm really happy with it. I wasn't incredibly sure how much I was gonna like it because, like I said, when they do big palettes like this for the holidays and stuff, they always tend to be very hit or miss for me. So I really like the shadows. They're nice quality. I've used it a few days in a row so far, so this isn't like a first impressions just opening it up and trying it out. I really like that they have a newer formula for the old shadows because, like I said, these are much smoother than the ones that I had from when they first originally released them. They all swatch really well. The ones I've used on my eyes perform really well. Like I said, I used this one and I loved it. It blends out so nicely. The matte shades are awesome. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I'm very glad that I got it. It's one of those things that I just like, as soon as I saw that it was coming out, I signed up for the notification on the Too Faced website to let me know when it released. But, oh, that was one thing I wanted to mention too. They're supposed to smell like birthday cake. like the whole palette is supposed to smell like that. Sorry, I had to take a drink. But I don't really, it's not like the Sweet Peach palette or the chocolate palettes where they smell really strongly of it. Like, I'd assume it's supposed to smell like vanilla, but I don't really smell anything. It just smells like eyeshadow to me. So that's one bummer. I do like the novelty of the scented eyeshadows. That's always fun to me, but it doesn't really smell like anything other than an eyeshadow palette to me. So that is the Too Faced Then and Now palette. They have another collection coming out. They're just like releasing so much stuff lately. The Tutti Frutti collection, I believe it's called. And those like highlighting blush duos look so pretty. I might have to get one of those when they release, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's the Then and Now palette. Super excited about it. I'm excited to use this. I'm making myself use it this entire week to kind of try and get to use every single color. But I've used a lot of them so far. I really like this one. That's like my favorite color in the palette. I liked this one a lot, but it had a lot of fallout. This is a really nice transition color, so is this one. I used this one. What else have I used in here? The I Can't Even shade. So the ones I've used so far I really like. The packaging is nice and heavy duty. It is giant, like I said. Like, this is not a palette that you're gonna take traveling with you because it's huge. But for a birthday palette that they're like celebrating and doing a giant palette, I don't see an issue with it. I don't travel that much anyway, so I'm not complaining about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next time.